Hello guys, hello, my name is Joe and today I will try to describe to you what has been happening during a psychedelic experience to Petey. He has been enjoying some beet cake, if I'm not mistaken, on Halloween, seems like. And so I will try to explain it to you what has been happening to him during his psychedelic experience. What has been going on spiritually during this experience. But before we do that, before we dive deep into today's topic, before we jump right into it, allow me to just ask you for one tiny little favor. Just a tiny little favor, guys. Make sure to smash that subscribe button. Make sure to smash that like button. It truly helps me out. It's a huge deal for me. I love you guys. I'm very grateful for everybody who decides to subscribe and who decides to follow this channel. It's my dream come true, you know. So I'm truly grateful and thankful to everybody who decides to follow this channel. And yeah. Without further delays, we will just grab headphones and we will dive right into it. Let's go, guys. Let's go.
My name's Petey and I'm about to tell you a story about when I ate some weed cake with an undisclosed amount of weed in it. Spoiler alert, it ended up being way too much. I know this is kind of a trippy audience. I should say that I have done mushrooms, I have done LSD. Nothing compares to the heaviness of this edible experience that I'm about to share. It is 2014. My two roommates were like the biggest stoners with a capital S that you've ever heard in your entire life. They were consuming like up to 100 milligrams of edibles like every single day. And to make the story even spookier, this was Halloween night, which as we know is the spookiest holiday that we have in America. I had just locked down a job that I was really excited about, where I was working at a really fancy dog food restaurant. I have to work tomorrow, so I decided to make the really responsible decision and not go out that night. So I get home. My roommates had befriended this girl. She had a very like mystical, like witchy vibe, Hollywood rich witch vibe. She had baked this cake, $5,000 worth of weed in this cake. This girl was rich. And my roommates have ingested some of this weed cake. And they're like, hey, you should try some of this weed cake. Okay, how much should I have? And my roommate, who was like the mega stoner, goes, well, I had a piece an hour ago that was this big. I'm not feeling a thing. So if you want to feel anything, what I would recommend is eating a piece that's 3 times the size of what I had. It was a regular sized piece of cake that I ate. So we're just sitting there watching a movie. An hour goes by. I'm feeling pretty chill. 2 hours go by. The movie ends. I'm talking to my roommate, who is usually just like comatose on the couch. And all of a sudden, I see my roommate get up. And he starts pacing around the room and walking in circles. First of all, I haven't seen him stand on his own 2 feet since the time we've moved into here. And then he starts to get really fidgety with his hands and starts to put them on his hips and stuff, and I see him start sweating profusely. Dude, what is up with your vibe right now? You're like starting to freak me out.
Dude, I don't know what's going on, but I think I'm getting way too fucking high right now.
My stomach just drops, and he starts laughing uncontrollably. You have the highest weed tolerance out of anyone that I've ever met. You took this shit an hour before me. You took 1/3 the amount of weed cake that I took. Oh my fucking dear Lord, are you kidding me? What do you mean? And he goes, what are you talking about? Did you have some? I was like, yes, at your instruction, of course I had some. He goes, how much did you take? I said, I took 3 times the amount that you took. Are you fucking kidding me? He goes, dude, why would you take that amount? I go, you were the one who fucking told me to take that amount. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? He goes, dude, you are fucked, man. I am so fucking high. And I just immediately start going into panic mode. I am going to die. I couldn't be with anyone anymore. I went up to my bedroom. It starts raining, and I'm sitting there curled up in the fetal position and sort of just rolling around like an egg. I hear the screams of the partygoers in the distance, laughing like hyenas. I hear street cats having sex. And if you've never heard a street cat having sex before, it's a really, really terrifying experience. Horrifying noise. I was hearing gunshots in the distance. I heard like 13 gunshots. And all of a sudden, I start to hear these very, very intimate noises coming from the wall. My neighbor was having phone sex with his girlfriend in the room next door, right next to my ear, as I was trying to just drown out all the noise. He had his girlfriend on speakerphone, so I could actually hear both parties engaging in phone sex when it was some really nasty stuff with a lot of hyperbole going on. I was in a state where all these noises were happening in my room with me. This isn't working. I can't stay in this state forever. I need to do something to take my mind off all this. I whip out my phone, and for whatever reason, I was compelled to search chameleon hatching from an egg on YouTube. It was in the palm of this lady's hand. It was about this big, and I see the I see the chameleon hatching from the egg, and I'm just sobbing. And I was so emotionally exhausted by the entire experience that I finally just passed out. And then I wake up in the morning, but I go to the bathroom, I look in the mirror, I am higher than anyone has ever been in their entire fucking life. I am so high. There was no fucking way I could go to work today. I go back to bed. I sleep for like 8 hours. I wake up from that, still so fucking high. This is how I'm going to be forever. My mouth is cotton mouth. My eyes have cotton. All my organs are now cotton, and I will now have to be placed in a home for people who are also cotton people. I was high for 5 days. I called out of work the next 2 days, and that was the worst experience of my entire life. Fuck that weed cake, but here I am, okay, and I made it through. So here we go.
Wow, that must have been such a wild experience, such a wild ride. It must have been truly, truly exciting to be on. Maybe a little bit too much, maybe a little bit too much edibles, maybe too much, sometimes can be overwhelming. But it sounds like a truly wild story. I just want to point out that I have never heard about a restaurant for dogs food. It sounds really odd to me, but maybe perhaps in California everything is possible. Theoretically, everything is plausible over there. I guess posh people cannot come up with they can come up with restaurants for dogs. I guess might be a thing. I don't know, but it's a wild thing to say. Cannot imagine having a such restaurants only for dogs in Europe. Probably, I don't know. Maybe it's like a editor's choice to make a more exciting story. Maybe it's a little bit of exaggerated, but I have never really witnessed a restaurant for dogs, so it threw me off a little bit. Other than that, I just want to say that I haven't necessarily noticed any super like huge messages from angels and spiritual guides, but definitely it must be a lot while everybody's enjoying themselves around you, having a phone conversations and stuff like that. It must be a bit too much. And then watching a chameleon to hatch, that's an odd choice to be watching. But yeah, I guess nature is beautiful. It's gorgeous, truly, truly gorgeous. I go into nature all the time, so I guess watching nature while tripping too much, while tripping balls, is a great way to calm down. So I guess it's a good idea. It's a good thinking at that time. Now, with all of this being said, guys, make sure to check out my blog. It is absolutely amazing, unique experience. It is full of esoteric and mysticism. It's so much fun over there, so definitely make sure to check it out. Also, make sure to smash that subscribe button. Make sure to smash that like button, especially guys if you haven't done so yet. Make sure to do it. I'm truly grateful for everybody who decides to follow this channel and who decides to subscribe. I truly am very thankful. Guys, very thankful. I love you guys. Also, one last thing. I just want to make sure that you know about these options that are available. One of those options is video over here. The other option is the video over there. And all the other videos that are everywhere on this beautiful, gorgeous channel that I'm trying to build. Guys, I love you. And I will catch you in the next one. Bye bye.